Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 8, week, gosh, I keep forgetting what week it is. Week 5, day 7. So today we're going to be going over all the spoilers for the upcoming week, as well as finishing out the Vault event. We still got the Vault event going on for about another, 14 hours or so. Streaming a little bit earlier today, and of course we're not doing the nightly stream, mostly because of the Super Bowl later today. So we're mostly just doing the stream that we would normally do later right now. It's the game plan right now. And of course, with the Vault event still going on, that is going to be our main priority right now, to get as much progress in that, and hopefully get a bunch more shiny loot as we have been. Aside from that, let's go over and go over everything coming up this following week. So, oh yeah, I just realized something. The Gems of War forum probably doesn't have its post yet, does it? Let's see. It would most likely be on the front page first, though I don't believe they do it until a little bit later in the day, which means we'll probably have to go to the other location, which is normally the location we go to anyways. But where did they put it? Latest news, I believe. Yes, they do not have it up yet, which makes sense. Okay, so let's go to the alternative location then, and we should be good to go. So, as far as things that we got going on this week, might as well go all the way from the start here. Unfortunately, we can't go over the exact tasks, but of course we'll do that on the weekly video, because they don't have the actual official post up yet for it. But next week, for the Monday event, of course, we still have a Ward event going on. It seems to be associated with Darkstone, meaning that it is going to be a Darkstone week then. We also have a Guild Wars, of course. Make sure your guild is all good to go for that, as far as being registered and everything. Overall, same useless loot as it normally is, obviously. Same Guild Wars as always. Faction event for the Tuesdays, all CNI, of course, because it's a Darkstone event. Wednesday, we have the Valentine's Day pet, 2 days late, but, you know, it's a little week of it. That's always falls on the Wednesday regardless, since the pet day is always Wednesday. But, yeah, we're getting this little lovebird thing. It's a really, really adorable bird, but that will be available on Wednesday for Valentine's Day, which, of course, is on Monday. Aside from that, the class event, of course, is for the Darkstone Hero class of the Plague Lord. Has a really good weapon, though I advise getting the weapon off of 250 wins with the Hero class and not by getting it with gems, as it is too pricey to bother getting it that way. But yeah, 250 wins with Plague Lord and you get Essence of Evil. Really good disable option that puts every single negative status effect onto an enemy. So overall, the Hero class isn't used too often, though it is a decent Hero class. It's just there's so many Hero classes that have Barrier on Brown that it tends to be one of the more unused ones. Though it could occasionally be okay. It has some spell reduction, some stuff going for it, but it's mostly primarily used for the weapon that you get from the class itself. And aside from that, we have an arena event next weekend, which is probably one of the worst ones out there. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, we have that going on. We'll probably still do the battles, we'll see. But still gives a little bit of loot. The loot for it just seems so bad, though. It's like the Thursday class events. Just the payout for them is just really, really, really low. But that's pretty much everything then. As far as the troop itself, let's go and take a peek at that. As of course we do have this new troop right over here. What's the easiest way of bringing this up? Put over there, copy that, put that over there, and put that in here. So as far as this troop, you'll be able to get it for glory next week for 400 glory each, meaning you'll be able to stock up for red purples for 200 glory each. Deals damage, true damage to an enemy, and then summons a random hag. There's more than one hag? Interesting. I assume it can't summon itself. That's weird. What's every troop that's considered hag? Because it says a random hag instead of a hag. Which confuses me, because what's considered a hag? Like, is that one troop from Magrim Woods? Or is it Magrim Woods? What's the one I'm thinking of? That one with like double silence. Is that like considered a hag? Obviously the hag is considered hag. Does itself count as hag? Because most things can't summon itself. That's confusing. I'm not sure what's considered a random hag in this situation. But aside from that, it has Demonic Pack, which it could be another category like Spider or Null, where it's not really like super obvious what on earth is considered the category because it's not actually a typing, yet it's still something that gets summoned. So it might be another invisible typing in the game, though I'm not sure what on earth the full list of hags are. We'll need to figure that out on Monday, unless someone's data mined it. But anyways, Demonic Pack for the 25% chance to get Ancient Horror, pretty underwhelming. Gain 1 magic when an ally casts a spell, that's somewhat okay, especially when combined with true damage, but it's only single target, so nothing too special going there. And 50% spell reduction. Long story short, you'll probably use it in Arena, however, you're basically never going to use it outside of the game mode. Yeah, it says a random hag, though, which is what confuses me. Because the fact that it says a random hag makes me assume it's referring to more than one hag. Because why wouldn't it just say it summons a hag? Why does it say a random hag? The word random in that instance makes it seem like there are more than one hag. Otherwise, it would have just said summon a hag. That's the main thing that's confusing me here. Because if it says summon a hag, we know exactly what it's doing. It's summoning that troop called Hag from Darkstone. But it says a random hag, which implies there's more than one thing to choose from if it's randomly, you know, summoning a hag, which would imply there are more than one hag. So I'm not sure what on earth it does. Yeah, there are 2 troops with the name Hag in it. However, there are like 8 gnolls in the game or something, or 6 or something. Yet, if you type in the word gnoll, only 3 troops come up. The Bully Gnoll, the Gnoll, and the Queen Moonclaw. That apparently has a gnoll somewhere in its name. But, there are several gnolls within the game, but like not all of them say gnoll in their name. Similar to how there are multiple spiders in the game, but not all of the spiders say spider in their name. Well, most of them do, but not all of them. I don't know, we'll figure that out on Monday. That is an issue for later. Anyways, I believe I had a pet active right now. I still need to go claim, so let me go do that. I saw that a little bit earlier. I was setting up the stream. But let's go and take these out. This is a pet I actually need for once. I feel like I've only seen a few of them this weekend, though I haven't been checking like literally every hour. Probably should be a little bit more often though. I feel like I'm falling behind on the pet curve. Because we still need so many copies of some of the newer ones. Just because I don't check it too often. Anyways, hello everyone. Hello NASA. Hello Gerudo. Hello Misty. Hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome. I know it's a bit of a weirder stream time compared to normal, or at least for Gems of War anyways. We do stream around this time. It's just, it's normally not Gems of War. If we are. But yeah, we don't do that many midday Gems of War streams these days. It's mostly because there's not as many grindable things. Like vault events are, which are nice. But beyond that, unless you want to like spam explore forever, which I don't mind grinding explore, I just can't stand doing it for like hours upon hours on end. Like half an hour, that's not too bad. But like 2, 3, 4 hours in a row, not quite for me. It's normal time for you, yeah, true. It is almost peak gaming hours. I think most games peak around like the, just naturally, just because of how time zones work, in like 1 or 2 hours from now. Which we'll be streaming until then as well. It tends to be like peak time across all time zones. Whatever 1 or 2 hours from now is in any given time zone is where the average peak is for the day. Yeah, I'll probably be streaming for about 2 or 3 hours. Not sure exactly how long. Really just depends. And then Super Bowl time. Well, more so getting all the food and then Super Bowl time. Let's see, I'll take that over. Which of course is the main reason why we're doing it a little bit earlier today. Just not to conflict with Super Bowl. But yeah, like this troop over here, I knew that this is a hag. Like I know of this troop. But the fact that the other troop says a random hag is just still what's confusing me. We'll find out tomorrow what on earth it does. If it just keeps summoning a hag every time, then I'm not sure why it has the word random in it. But I would assume there are multiple troops that are considered hag in the game. Beyond hag and the other hag that's coming out tomorrow. Also, I'm pretty sure the hag that's coming out tomorrow will not summon itself. Most things do not summon itself. There are a few rare exceptions. Though it might be one of them that is. But generally, anything with a multi-summon does not include itself in that multi-summon. Because I'm not mistaken, even spider eggs can't actually summon itself. Even though it's technically like a spider category troop. Oh, so we just got 3 copies? Nice. Because really that just said 11, now we only need 8. Good amount of progress. Anyways, with that out of the way, I think it is time. Oh, I still haven't done this. We got Imperial Deed today. Definitely don't want to forget these. So let's go clear out all the other side dailies, I guess, real quick. Actually, did I ever remember to do that yesterday? I can't remember. Pretty sure it was nothing important. No, there's actually more exceptions than just Angry Mob. There's that one, Bison. There's Angry Mob. There's, I know there's at least several, just not coming to mind at the moment. Most of them aren't that good. Of them, Angry Mob's like one of the more relevant ones. It's definitely one of the more first ones that come to mind. But there's that, there's Bison, there's a few others, I just can't remember them all. I know it's less than a dozen. Might even be only single digit number. But there are some things in the game that can summon itself. But generally, anything that has a random summon cannot actually summon itself. So let's say a troop that summons something from the faction, and it resides in that faction. It is not capable of actually summoning itself in that instance. But generally, anytime something says it summons a random something from something, and it's also included in that something, it actually does not get summoned from it. They did that in a patch like about 4 years ago or so, where any random like summon cannot actually summon itself, to kind of prevent like infinite summon loops. It's still possible to have it happen, but it's a lot less likely now. I haven't noticed any lag yet today. The later part of last night was really bad. I'll find out when we do the first Palooza. I'll say hello, Watcher. Hello, Anthony. Hello, Misty. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, we'll find out tomorrow exactly what the whole hag deal is. The word random in that sentence just keeps throwing me off, because it definitely implies more than just one. Which means it's probably a new category of troop that's invisible. The annoying thing about them is they're somewhat hard to tell sometimes. Like, spider's not too bad, because obviously anything with 8 legs, probably a spider. Or anything that seems like it would have 8 legs. The gnolls aren't too bad, because there's mostly just 6 of them. I'm not sure if there's like a few others that count, but like the 6 obvious gnolls are obviously all gnolls. All the ones that like hard counter specific typing. But something like hag, that's a little bit more ambiguous as to what on earth a hag would be considered. Specifically. Like as a typing. An invisible typing. Anyways. Let's go and I guess set up our Dust Devil team and then start grinding. And I say set up just so we don't waste a bit of time. So let's go to explore, switch over to the team. And that way when we start the Palooza, we don't have to worry about the delay then. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Baba Yaga. That was the double silence one I was trying to think of. I couldn't remember her name. But yeah, like Baba Yaga, the thing actually called hag, and a few others might be under that category. But yeah, that was the main one I was thinking of earlier. I mentioned it as the double silence one, but I couldn't remember her name. But if there was anything, it's probably that, hag, and like maybe 1 or 2 others. I don't think it would be Sister of Shadows. I'm thinking like all of the more like really old female ones. That seems like they would brew a pot. Which are mostly hag, Baba Yaga, the new troop that's coming itself, and maybe a few others. It's definitely not a long list. I'd be surprised if there's more than 8 hags in the game. I'm just not sure what on earth it's considering hag. Also, why am I doing this normally? I should be switching over to the other team. Or to Palooza, I mean. I mostly just did that to do 1 battle, and now I'm just spamming the battles. Let's go do Palooza. First Palooza to stream. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the Palooza section. Also, we will have a redeem code a little bit later to stream as well. Unfortunately. Oh, I don't have a timer. Oh, no. I forgot. Well, luckily, my stream is kind of keeping track of time. So I'm just going to do it based on that. Whoops, I forgot to bring up the timer at the beginning of the stream. I'll bring it up for the next run. I could theoretically bring it up as I'm doing the battles. But that'd be too annoying to do. Hey, Epic Valky already. That's great to see. I'll just wait till the set is over and then we'll have a timer up. It's not too big a deal. Even if we miss out on that loot, it's not that much loot. This is kind of nice to keep track if you can. Because then you can get some extra loot from the very last battle. It's also really relevant if you're doing curse rune farming. If you still need curse runes, which I assume most people do. Some people got it done over the other few vault events, but it's still a resource you need quite a lot of. For all the unique rewards. And even after unique rewards, there's still a bunch of stuff to use it for. Hey, Curse Gnome. We actually been doing okay on Curse Gnome rate. We even got to see our first double the other day, which is pretty cool. You set a timer for 14 minutes for me? Thanks. I kind of know when it's going to end, though. I can see the stream time on my end. It might be slightly different than the actual on-stream time, but I think it was at like 28:40, which would be about the same stream time, just with like a few second delay. But it's around 28:40 for the stop time, as far as how deep into the stream we are. Also, I just noticed the stream timer actually does have a category for the second hour digit, which means it can actually track up to 99 hours. I never noticed that. For whatever reason, I thought it stopped at 1. But it actually does track to 99 hours. I'm not sure who on earth would do a 99-hour stream. But it does indeed track to 99 hours, seemingly. YouTube's weird, though. If you stream for more... Oh, wow, that's a lot of Epic Valky. Double Valky or Epic Valky in there? 3 Epic Valkys already in, like, a few minutes. But yeah, YouTube's kind of weird, where if you stream for longer than 12 hours, it starts to overwrite your stream with your stream. It doesn't make any sense. Meaning, if you actually want to save the stream you do directly onto YouTube, you can never do longer than a 12-hour stream. Meaning every stream would have to be, like, just under 12 hours. Videos can be posted longer than that, but for whatever reason, streams have a weird mechanic where anything beyond that does not get saved. Still love the music they added for this. Just jamming in the backgrounds. It really gives off Numapalooza vibes. Like you hear it and you know you're getting $1 billion of loot. Your Epic Valkies have been dire this weekend. Mine's been going pretty well. 9 of them from 20 Paloozas. Ouch, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. On average, you get about 1 per Palooza. Though this weekend I've been getting like 2 to 5 per Palooza. I've actually been getting pretty lucky on Epic Valkies. And we also got our first double Curse Gnome this weekend. Right near the end too, which was really convenient. So I wasn't just waiting. Though I would have waited. If we had like 5 minutes left in the timer, I would have waited the entire 5 minutes at that point. But no, we only had like 30 seconds left, so it was pretty convenient. Since we didn't really have to wait much longer. Is that Logic Slayer? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're streaming early today. We're not going to be doing the 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time stream. It's mostly because of the Super Bowl. But yeah, we're not doing a stream tonight. This is the stream tonight right now. I'll probably still get a little bit more grinding in, but it'll be off stream. Hello, Genki. Welcome. Yeah, we're streaming a bit earlier today. Yes, good morning. Hope everything's been well. I just had a couple waffles before I started the stream. Need a little something. I'm trying not to eat too much, though. Because I'm going to be eating so much. Oh, gosh, another Epic Valky. We've gotten 4 Epic Valkies this Nomapalooza so far. That's a lot. 2 in 1 single drop, too. But I'm trying not to eat too much because of the... going to be eating a bunch during the Super Bowl. So I don't want to eat too much this morning because I'm going to be eating way too much later today. So trying to moderate myself at least slightly. Who's playing at the halftime show? People were saying earlier Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and a few others. I can't remember the full list. It's pretty interesting if it is going to be them. I actually don't know for sure. But that was what some people mentioned on stream earlier. So I assume they are correct. There's like 4 of them. The only 2 I remembered from the list was Snoop Dogg and Eminem though. There's one other rapper and some female who does something I can't remember. How long does the battle need to be when you find a cursed gnome to increase the curse runes? It depends what difficulty you're doing. If you're doing Phoenicia build on Explore 5, 6, or 7, you have to wait about 30 seconds. If you're doing the battles that we're doing right now with like insta-kill, wait like maybe 10 seconds if you really want to, though it's normally not going to make a difference, I don't think. But if you want to make sure, wait like 10 seconds if you see one, if you're doing Explore 1 difficulty. But if you're doing 5, 6, or 7 with Phoenicia, you want to wait about 30 seconds. Pretty much any difficulty above 5, you'd want to wait about 30 seconds. But the reason we're not really waiting on these is we're at a low enough difficulty that the wait is not going to make any difference in almost every situation. And if you really want to maybe make it like a 1 rune difference, I think waiting 10 seconds is enough. Because right now with this team, we're only getting around, I believe it's like 15% of loot. And it has like that 50-second timer thingy. So you'd have to wait about 15 to 20% of that 15-minute timer. Or 50-second timer, I mean. And, I don't know, what's like 20% of 50? That comes out to, yeah, 10 seconds. So exactly what I said, 10 seconds. But that's applicable to Explore 1. Explore 5 to 12, you have to wait around 30 seconds or so. Like right here, we might want to wait like a few seconds or so. Otherwise, it might give us 1 curse rune instead of 2. Though even if you kill it instantly, it can still give you 2. Ah, maybe we should have waited slightly longer. We only got 1. Sometimes the roll is so low that it's going to give you 1 regardless, though. Even if you wait. I just normally don't wait. It's only 1 single curse rune. Not too big a deal. We don't even need more curse runes at the moment. It's not the main reason we're farming this. We mostly just need the Vault Keys and Epic Vault Keys. And we've been doing really good on the Epic Vault Keys this weekend. Especially so far this stream. Gosh. We're 1 Palooza in and we're already at, what, 5 Epic Vault Keys? Was it 4 or 5? I already lost track. It is already a lot. No, do not wait 30 seconds on Explore 1. That will do nothing. The most that will increase it to is 2. So if you got 2, then you did it correctly on Explore 1. Because that's literally the highest you can get on Explore 1. Under any circumstance will be 2. If you're getting 1, there's a possibility you didn't wait long enough, like we just did. However, I believe it's possible if you roll like a 10, it will always be 1. Regardless of if you wait or not. But no, if you're getting 2 on Explore 1, you waited a correct amount of time. But I believe you only have to wait like 10 seconds. The only time you're not going to get 2 off of Explore 1 if it rolls really low, or if you like insta-kill the battle. Like for example, let's just do the 10-second thing here. Let's give it a few seconds. After we're close enough to the end, I might as well almost wait it out. I just want to see. So this should give us 2 runes, most likely. It is possible to still give us 1. Yeah. Which is why I don't normally wait on them. I believe if he rolls 10 or 11, it'll give you 1 even if you wait. Because we're actually getting like 17% of loot or something, or 16%. And it rounds it down to 1 if you get like a really low number, like 10 or 11. Which is why I don't even bother waiting on Explore 1. Because even if you do, it's not guaranteed you're even getting 2. Because the way it rounds it down if it's a really low number. Yeah, this next one should be our last one for the set, right? I've been kind of keeping track of the number thing. I think, right? Did I keep track of it correctly? I think I may have. Because if that is the case, this should be the final battle, huh? Yeah, maybe I didn't. Oh, maybe it was 2840. I think it might have been 2840 actually. Not sure why I was thinking 24. We'll have the timer up for the next one, so I can't possibly fail. What on earth did how much time has gone by is? Hello, Tyron! Happy Super Bowl Sunday! What level should you do the Paloozas on to farm curse runes? Really depends how you want to go about it. If you want to keep timing it every single time, you can do Explore 1 and just delay once you have a cursed gnome near the end. And then wait out the timer and it'll give you the full amount of loot. So just find a cursed gnome in the later half and then just hold it until the timer has expired completely. And then you'll get the full loot for the cursed gnome. Or cursed gnomes if you happen to get lucky with 2 or more. Which is what we did late yesterday. And we got 28 curse runes from a single Explore 1 run. Because you could just claim them all the way at the end for full loot. The other way is to do Explore 5, 6, or 7 with the Phoenicia build. And then every time you see a cursed gnome, wait about 20 to 30 seconds. A bit closer to 30 seconds. And that, I believe, gives you like 5 to 7 curse runes per drop. Instead of 1 or 2 like we normally get here on Explore 1. And you can also do the Explore 12 method. Which is kind of similar to the Phoenicia method, but you do it on Explore 12. I believe it gives slightly better... I'm not sure exactly how much curse runes that gives. I never bothered doing the Explore 12 one. I wouldn't really advise it, though. I would advise either spamming Explore 1 and just wait out the timer once you have a cursed gnome at the end. Or do Phoenicia builds and do the same thing, where you still kill them out, but then when you find a gnome near the end, you just wait out the timer until you get full loot. Because I don't think the Explore 12 method's particularly quick, unless you just want to get a really wide range of loot. Because you still have the slowness of Explore 12. Because like what we're doing right now is winning like 5-6 times per minute. A Phoenicia quick kill will win about 3 times per minute. But doing Explore 12 will win about 2 times per minute. Another epic Volkey! That's like the 6th one! Why are we getting so many? Who is it who said they got 9 like 20 Paloozas? We've gotten like 6 and 1. Somehow. This might be the highest luck epic Volkey Palooza we've ever had. Oh, we got a curse rune. Okay, so we're gonna wait this guy out. If I kept track correctly, our timer should be at like 40 seconds more. So we don't have to wait about a minute. Also, hello Jason. Hello Arjonian. Let's see. Yeah, you can, without waiting, it is possible to get 2 on Explore 1. The main reason for this is you would get a high roll. Because right now I'm getting, like, I think around 18% of loot, even if I, like, insta-kill. It's like 17%, 18%, I can't remember exactly. But if you get a high roll, like a 15 or 14, it'll give you 2. But if you get, like, a lower roll, it'll just give you 1, even if you wait. However, the waiting method that we're doing right now will indeed give us the full amount. Actually, who was keeping track of that 14-minute timer? They probably know as well. Was it Bill? Who was it who said they were doing the thing? I think I kept track of it correctly. Yeah, it was Bill. Bill would know. But anyways, let me go bring up that timer real quick, just in case we haven't waited out enough time. Because I need to do this anyway, so might as well do it now. Let's see. Oh, Anthony, ouch. Yeah, we just got 6 within 1 Palooza. Not sure how. But we did indeed. Okay, we got the timer up. Let's go win this battle now, because I'm pretty sure enough time has expired. There we go. And we get the full amount of loot. Oh, only 10 though. Low roll, but hey, 10 curse runes still. There we go. Alright, now let's actually time it correctly this time. Let's actually time it correctly. Soul Forge, other... Palooza, craft, timer begin. There we go. Now we have a timer. Now we won't have to like slightly guess when on earth the time is for the end. Though we did get it correctly, if nothing else. I just accidentally thought before the timer was actually done that, or you know, before the time actually was, that one of the earlier times was actually it. And then I realized, nope, 4 minutes later. I remembered the seconds, but not the minutes. I knew it was somewhere divisible by 4. So if it wasn't 24, it was 28-minute mark. No, your computer just crashed. Oh gosh. Actually, my computers have been doing pretty good at not crashing. Even the one that's like nearly a decade old. It likes to go glacially slow. But it does good at not crashing most of the time. Like, I can't remember the last time it's crashed. It's been at least like a year. If not longer. Still trucking along. Very slowly, but it's hanging in there. It's on track to be the longest I've ever owned a computer. Because I've never owned a single one for more than a decade. And it's almost a year off from a decade. It's a year and a half off from the 1 year, decade mark. Which means in 2.5 years, it would definitively be the longest I've ever had a single computer. Most of the stuff on it I have backed up luckily already. In case it does go one day. The only thing that's annoying is I have my Adobe programs on it. I still need to figure out how to move them over to a non-disk related computer. Because they were installed through the disk drive thing. And there's no way I'm paying for the monthly subscription service that they do. Because I have most of the ssaszix Adobe programs, not all of them though. Oddly enough, one of the ones I'm missing is the video editing one. There's some free video editing software out there that's actually not that bad these days. I feel like the only program I really use for the most part is Photoshop. Photoshop's just so good. I would never pay for the subscription though. It's like, what, $20 a month? It might be even more than that. It's just so much money. I'm pretty sure it's even more than that. Pretty sure it's even more. Like, I've tried Photoshop alternatives and they're just not the same. Like, for example, GIMP and stuff. Like, it works for some things. It gets the job done. But, I don't know, there's just so many less features. So we're not getting anything special so far this vault. I was kind of getting used to getting showered in epic Volkies. We're probably not going to get a single one this Palooza. We used up all of our luck on the first one. There's no way we're topping 8 epic Volkies in a single one again. Not this stream. Probably at some point we will. Well, that takes a high amount of luck. Like, even getting 3 is like kind of impressive from a epic Volky. I mean, from a Nomapalooza for luck. put them on a thumb drive, it has to be install files, format the thumb drive as a NTFS. Yeah, it's something I need to look into to move it all over. Because half those words I do not know. Well, mostly the NTFS thing. Everything else makes sense. Oh, so we got easy mythic battle there. That's nice. Oops, I just misclicked. It's just always weird whenever I see that treasure box and it's like, wait, we didn't have to kill a mythic, and it's like, oh, the mythic died in one shot. Because it's actually possible for them to die in one shot to this team. It's just not perfectly consistent because sometimes they have too much durability. As long as it's not Soul Gnome or one of the bulkier ones, you actually can still one-shot it with this team. Like we just did. More of them get one-shotted than not one-shotted. Oh, thank you, Misty. Yeah, it's something I need to look into it later. It's not like super high priority though. Hey, Epic Valkyrie, there it is. Even though the other computer's slow, it's not too bad. Like, if you reset everything before you start doing something in Photoshop, it doesn't have that much delay. Also, Photoshop in general is just like a kind of laggy program. At least on startup anyways. When you're using it, it's not laggy, obviously. It just has a really weird boot up sequence. Actually, speaking of transferring data, that feels like something I'll probably do later today as well. I still haven't switched all my data over to the OLED switch yet. I really need to do that. It's such a simple process too, except for one particular exception. Actually, there might be a few exceptions, but there's one that's really annoying, and it's the process for switching over Animal Crossing. Because its save data is like protected like a holy grail. Even though there was so much hacking in the game that kind of completely broke the economy that existed. Yet they actually care about somewhat keeping its integrity. More so than some other games. So the way that you transfer data is quite a bit different, so people don't exploit it to like duplicate everything they have. Not like that has stopped people from trying. 671 Volkies? Oh gosh, that's a lot of grind then. So how long have you grinded then? Like 25, 30 hours? Because that Volky number, I believe, implies about that long, right? Like 20 to 30, somewhere's in there. I'm not sure how many hours we've gone total. We're probably still doing another 2 or 3 off-stream later today. Unfortunately, we'll not be on-stream though. It'll be between Super Bowl and stuff like that later. How do you get 221 runes? If you run a Palooza and you get a Curse Gnome, pretty much every Palooza can guarantee you 10 runes at minimum, 10 to 15. So that's approximately 40 guaranteed Curse runes per hour. So it's actually not that hard to get 221 Curse runes. It's basically just 5 hours of Palooza, because you're getting some passively as you're going through as well. But if you did Palooza for 5 hours, you would already hit 200 something runes. If you did the curse gnome ending method every single time. Because now that Volkey can't be in his drop table, it's a guarantee at minimum 10 runes. Or curse runes like we got at the end of the previous one. And hopefully we'll get at the end of this one. I'm not really too worried about getting curse runes though, because we have all that we need. But if we can help to get it in the last few minutes, I do go for it. It's just not such a high priority that I'd want to waste too much time. But if we find it in like 1 or 2 minutes from now, I'd probably still save it. If we find it like anywhere from 1 to 4 minutes from now. If I found it literally right now, I'm not sure if I would go for it though. But if I find it in like a minute or so, we'll probably hold it. So pretty much next curse gnome we see we will hold. Essentially. If we find one, and if we don't, it's not that big a deal. Because I'm not really doing this for curse runes necessarily. Though if we can get a few more, it wouldn't hurt to do so. Because if they ever add a feature that needs a ton of them, it's going to be annoying to get them back again. Or, you know, get a lot of them very quickly. Because they're definitely not something you get quickly. They are very much not a quick accumulating resource. They're not as bad as some others, though. Like, they're not as bad as, like, war coins and stuff like that when you really need them. But, they're still kind of bad to farm. You don't get that many when you do. Relative to how many you need anyways. Because if you have the Paloozas, you can pretty consistently get, like, 50 per hour or so. Curse runes. With, like, a bare minimum of 40. Yeah, I'm still not sure if they consider it an exploit or not. Like, doing the whole weight system thing. It's so easy to do accidentally that I don't think they could ever really ban for it. I'm just always confused what on earth they consider an exploit. I generally don't like doing that in economy-based games. However, I wouldn't really consider it one. Since even if you're not trying to do it, it pretty much happens every single time you do a vault event anyways. You're just simply doing it with a different end goal. As far as resource. Also, we just got 4 good Daemon Gnomes. But yeah, the number that you mentioned, Tyrion, definitely seems like you're not doing the end thing. Because the amount of time to get that many keys relative to the curse runes would kind of imply that. Why are we playing against level 11 enemies? We're playing on difficulty 1. So that everything's one-shottable with this team. So we can get loot quicker. That's the main reason why we're doing it this low. It's the quickest possible win you could do. Well, technically the quickest is a single Dust Devil team, but you can't do that for Palooza. You can do it for verse farming, but not Palooza. Because they often have more than 20 durability. So are we going to get a Cursed Gnome at the end again? Not too big a deal if we don't, though it'd be nice to see one. Or 2 of them together. That or at least like a triple Glory Gnome or something. That's always a nice one to end on. For a current set. Triple Soul Gnome. We found 4 to 5 non-Nomapalooza gnomes. Nice. Have we even found one this weekend? I don't think I did. If I did, it was only 1. I only really did some farming for it on Friday. The rest has just been straight Palooza this weekend. Mostly because the Imp of Love's kind of getting in the way. There we go. We got a Cursed Gnome. And now we wait. Good sip break. Stay hydrated. Actually, should probably drink some actual water. Need that caffeine, though. Still kind of tired this afternoon. My sleep schedule has been so weird lately. I did get sleep, but I woke up like so early. So now I'm still kind of tired. Because, like I went to bed like slightly early. But then I also woke up early. But now I'm tired now because it, you know, like a double early. And now it's like, I kind of need a nap now. Anyways, we waited way more long enough. Let's go claim it. My guess is 12 curse runes. Come on, 12. There it is. Hey, we did! I was like, wait, where's my loot? There he is. We did get 12. Gosh, I should have predicted 15. Why did I guess 12? But yeah, we got 12. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of funny. It's always funny when we get the prediction correct. Anyways, let's go run it again. Another... Oh, wait, do I need this pet? I don't think I do. Gotta check it just in case, though. Anytime I think I have a pet maxed, it's always like 3 short. Anyways, let's go run another Palooza. Was that many curse runes are we even up to these days? I feel like it's only a few hundred. Oh, no, gosh, I don't even have 200 right now. I have so little. Though I do have every exclusive drop you can have off it. The rest of them are just kind of sitting there to exist. I'm kind of just hoarding them because I want to wait until they possibly add a new feature for it. So I want to hoard them in case there's a new feature that needs like hundreds or thousands of them for something. So I'm kind of just not using any of them because we have all the unique drops right now. Anything else would just be some resources. However, based on all of our resource piles across everything, we really don't need more resources. So I'm kind of just hoarding them in case some kind of update uses curse runes. Because there's definitely going to be something more added to curse runes. What exactly what is within question. But I highly doubt they're never going to add anything to curse runes. They're definitely going to add something. What that is and what it will cost is in question. But they're definitely going to add more stuff that use curse runes. Like, I'm near guaranteed on that. Maybe not anytime soon, but it's definitely going to happen eventually. Oh yeah, we're pretty high level. There's some people over 2,000 though. Actually towards the more middle end of the really ultra high level ends. There's a lot of 2,000 plus players out there. Or maybe not a lot, but like several hundred. And with how much we currently farm, we're like 2-3 years away from being level 2,000. Probably close to 3 years away. Unless I like really power grind it. I'm not really in any rush to get the level up though. Though it is a fun true completion goal. Because I would say 2,000 is technically max level. It theoretically keeps going higher, but as far as stats and everything are concerned, it's basically max level once you get 2,000. Because the next stat is until 3,000, and there's literally 0 people with level 3,000. Highest level in your guild right now is 1,300. That makes sense. It's pretty easy to get to around 1,000 or so. Everything beyond that starts to get really slow. As far as the progression system for it. Like, you really start to notice a slowdown around 1,100. It starts slowing down after 1,000. But you don't notice it initially because it's not slowing down too much compared to what you were already doing. But by 1,100, 1,200, it becomes really noticeable. But if nothing else, the leveling system kind of makes it so there's not as big of a looking disparity between like super end game and like late game players. Like, we're at level 1,700, yet someone who plays for a year might be at like, if they farm a bunch, they could be at like level 1,300, level 1,400, which doesn't seem like that big of a gap. Even though that amount of gap in time is like so ridiculously large. Hello, Imperial! Welcome, welcome. I just realized Isabel hasn't been around. Maybe she's busy prepping for the Super Bowl. I'm not sure if she would even watch something like that. Sky map would be really cool addition to the Underworld. Oh yeah, they're definitely going to add another area at some point. We have the main area of Kristar, they have the Underworld. Of course, the joke of the other one is they're going to add an overworld. Even though technically Kristar is the overworld in a sense. But yeah, we don't really know what they're going to do. But they're definitely going to at some point. Add another zone. They kind of need to eventually due to lack of space. The upside down. New world for all the Astral Stars and troops. But yeah, they did say that they were planning on adding more underworld stuff. So all that's going to be happening first, most likely. I wonder how they're going to do it. Because they're probably going to do it in waves, where they come in through a weekend event. Because currently, we don't have new faction events anymore. Currently. Because there's no new kingdoms to have faction events for. So they might start making those into, like, oh, new faction troop weekends. Where they have some kind of event based around it. Who knows? Maybe we'll even be a repeat of weekend-long faction events as well. As they add new ones to it. Because that'd be a great way to have 3-day faction events again. For already existing factions. Because, of course, doing the Tuesday one's kind of annoying. Because it's only 1 day long. So unless you have a lot of time available on a given Tuesday, the faction that you need is available. You don't really, it's not really that easy to do if you're busy on that Tuesday. But if it's on like a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's a bit more manageable. Because not only is it triple the amount of days, it's also on the weekend. Did you notice the wording on the Horde hag? Yes. It's very weird wording. It says summon a random hag. Yeah, we were having a whole conversation on it at the beginning of the stream. It makes it imply that it's going to do an entire typing of hag. We'll need to mess around with it on Monday. But yeah, there's definitely going to be more than just a single hag being summoned. Like, obviously, summons one at a time, but there's a new invisible category called hag now. Similar to how there's spider, gnoll, and a few others. There's now also hag as a typing. An invisible typing. I have no clue what the full list of hags are, though. I don't think anyone will really know until Monday, unless someone's already data mined it. Oh yeah, there's a slight lag with the chat that shows up on screen. It should only be a 10-second delay, though. Because I'm looking at my timer right now, and it's like 9 seconds ahead of the timer that's showing on screen. It's like a 9-10 second delay right now. Which is about the average, I would say, for my stream. I don't have any additional delay on the stream. It's just a natural amount. There is an option to make it less delay than that. However, it will lag like crazy. Because my internet connection normally can't handle it. While staying stable. Like, some days it can, some days it can't. My internet connection is extremely inconsistent. On if it feels like wanting to function on a given day. But I have to keep it to like that ever so slight delay so that it doesn't lag like crazy. Or are you referring to the stream itself buffering? It shouldn't be. From what I can tell, it's stable. But there is like a 9-second delay. Between what I'm doing and until it shows up on stream. Are you watching on phone or on PC? Because phones tend to just do that more often. For most streams. Because I'm watching the playback on my other computer, the slower one. And I'm not seeing it buffering currently. Like, that's a pretty good test on if it's buffering or not. Does my ultra laggy computer buffer the stream? If the answer is no, it's probably stable enough. Hello, Winnie! Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I know you were talking about the delay, but Misty was talking about the buffering. Oh yeah, that's why. It's a phone thing sometimes. That would make sense. Oh, you hope they add a faction weapon so that you can use heroes? That would be kind of broken. I'm not sure if they would. If they added like a category of weapon that could be used in pure faction. The problem with that is if you can use any hero class, which you likely would be able to, unless it's restricted to like the Kingdom's hero class, then it might not be as broken. But if you can use literally any hero class with the weapon, that is going to make pure faction just so absurdly easy. To a degree, I don't think they would bother doing it. Because it would decentivize people sinking a bunch of gems into the event to get pure factions done. So I don't think they would ever actually allow hero in pure faction to any degree. Even if they add more weapons, I highly doubt you'll be able to use hero for it. So, hello, Wild Ship. Welcome, welcome. Any idea when the next Journey event is coming? I have no clue. I assumed it would be somewhat soonish. However, I have not the slightest clue. They kind of added it one patch, did it once, and then never touched it again. So I really do not know at all what their plans are with it. But yeah, I'm missing that achievement too. It's literally the only achievement I'm missing. I didn't go for it last time just because of how many gems it was, and I was hoping that you could do it like to a certain tier twice and have the points count, which you still don't know if it's going to be the case or not. But yeah, regardless, I'm going for it as well next one. The leaderboard's going to be so jam-packed with people going for it. Because everyone who didn't do it the first time around will get it the second time around. Regardless of what system it has in place. Yeah, it's the only achievement I'm missing as well. There's just too many gems to spend the first time around. But if we know for sure on the second one, if we have to actually spend that many gems for, I guess we will. But it's like literally a couple thousand gems. It's pretty pricey. And you literally have to do that. There's no like non-gem method to do it. Because you need enough tiers to even get it done. Unless journey points for multiple events count towards the achievement. If that does, then we can use the halfway mark that we already did, the 10,000 or whatever it was, the previous event, and count that towards the next one, so we don't have to spend anywhere near as much. Because I believe like tier 5 or tier 6 would get it done then, from there. If you already did like the tier 5 or 6 thing last time. I can't remember to what point I did it up to, tier-wise. But if I do the same thing again, it would be enough to get there. Assuming it counts the previous time's points. Otherwise, we're going to have to spend the entire amount to get all the way there, which is like 3,000 or something. It's definitely not a small amount of gems. We definitely have the spear, so it wouldn't be that big a deal. Definitely a decent handful. But yeah, the next journey event I would hope is in the next few months. It's definitely going to happen by the time we have a new kingdom. Because that new kingdom would probably have a journey event to go with it as well at some point. I assumed they were going to do journey events for other kingdoms as well, but apparently not. Or if they are, it's quite a bit of a gap between them. Quite a long gap. Speaking of which, we'll probably hand out a redeem code after this current set. And then we'll keep grinding. And then we'll have one more code for tomorrow night, and then we're out. Hopefully Kafka will send us the code soon. I'm gonna remind her tonight. Which I might do it right after stream as well. Because I forgot to do it last night. But I'll definitely poke her after the stream. I already did, but she still never replied back. Because the first poke at her was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And no reply in the entire time. I assume she just doesn't see it in the billion other direct messages she's getting. Let's see if we can find a curse gnome here. Or at least like a double, triple glory for the end's extra loot. Then we'll go hand out a code. And then we'll keep grinding. No curse gnome there. Okay, we want to get 2 more rolls here. This next battle and the one after that. Oh, an epic Volkey. Oh, actually, this will be the last one then. For this set. Not the last one though, but you know what I mean. Ah, that loot is so bad. But I have to wait it out. Oh, that's such a bad final room to get. Actually, this doesn't kill. I should probably go try... Actually, oh, no, it does kill. Oops. Okay, good. I did wait long enough even with that. Wait, look at how bad that end loot is. Just some legendary ingots, the thing, and that. Might as well not have even been an extra loot there. That was just such bad rolls for the final battle. That's so unfortunate. Ooh, 27 gems, though. Almost at 30,000. I'm almost tempted to go, like, open some vault keys until we have 30,000. So tempting. We're so close. So that's going to go down a lot next week. But then again, not really, because what events do we have? Never mind. That's not going to go down that much. Unless we want to max out the Valentine's Day pet, which I probably won't be. Hey, don't we get a free Valentine's Day gift tomorrow? They're trying to sell Anisha for 50 bucks, gosh. That's so much money. We'll have a free thingy tomorrow. It's probably just like a handful of gems and some other stuff, but it adds up. If nothing else, it'll get us to 30,000. Anyways, let's go ahead to the code. And now there's only one code left. And that was for tomorrow night. But let me go get you guys this code. Loading. Gosh, this computer's still so slow. It's not too bad right now. But definitely not on the quicker side. Please load. Okay, here you guys go. Here is the, 1 second. It's wanting to lag again. There you guys go. There is the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu. Whatever game says in the bottom left corner right here is what you put in for your invite code. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy and paste random numbers and letters starting with U2. And it gives the same... U2, that's kind of funny. And it gives the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Only usable on the PC mobile version of the game. There you guys go. Enjoy. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly, greatly appreciated. And we'll have another one tomorrow night. And of course, do keep in mind, we do not have a stream tonight. This is the tonight stream. It's happening right now. And our stream after this will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night as we normally stream. But this one is a little bit earlier in the day compared to our normal nightly stream. Mostly because of the Super Bowl. Anyways, let's keep going. This is by no means the end. Let's keep grinding them out. It would help if I go to the Palooza. That's not where I wanted to go. Where is the craftable thing? There it is. Okay. Oh, so we're almost down to 30. Gosh, we've been running so many Paloozas this weekend. There we go. Let's keep running them down. Yep, no problem for the code, everyone. Enjoy. You got 30 gems for a tribute yesterday? Nice. I can't remember what my highest is. It's either 30 or 31. I know I've gotten 30 something before. I can't remember if it's 30 or 31. I could have sworn it was 31. I know for sure I haven't seen 32 or higher yet. Anything over 25 I'm pretty happy with. Honestly, anything over 20 I'm still kind of happy with, even though the average feels like it's 21 these days. It's just so many gems. Is that allowed Defiant? Welcome, welcome. And I don't even claim it too often either. If we claimed it literally every hour for like 12 hours a day, what does that come out to? Let's see, 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. Let's say we were able to get it claimed 100 times per week, which is about 12 per day, with some being slightly more than 12. That would end, and let's say we average 20 per time then. That'd be 2,000 gems per week just from Tribute, not counting anything else. That's a lot of gems. I claim it like 1/4 that amount these days though. I used to claim it a lot more these days, not so much. Not that paranoid about constantly taking it. But if we did take it approximately like 12 to 13 times per day, with our current rates, we would get over 2,000 gems per week, among many other loot. Currently, I feel like it's closer to like maybe 500, with how much I currently claim it. Not counting every other way we get gems, of course. Like from the guild and everything else, the passive daily ones. The vault grinds. The vault keys themselves, if we're opening a bunch of vault keys, because those have the 100 and 250 drops that go to 120 and 300. I have no problem, Bernice. Also, hello, Bernice. Welcome, welcome. Not sure if I said hello earlier. Also, hello, Panty Snatcher as well. Welcome, welcome. You're not sure if the events are the same for PC, but you're all about the Strix this week rocked. Oh yeah, are you on Switch? I think that was for Switch. Because Switch does have currently different events. It's currently the same across all platforms except Switch. Switch is currently like 9 months behind, but it still gets all the content. It's kind of its own ecosystem. Actually, all the console versions are their own ecosystem. But Switch is both its own ecosystem and behind. Though it's one of the easier ones to get into, though, because out of any anywhere where the game is released, it is the newest one, because it's only been around for, what, almost 3 years now, I think? Which compares to the other ones that have been around for like 7 or so. So it's a lot more new player friendly, I would say. Oh, you're on Xbox? Oh, okay. Wait, shouldn't they have the same events? Why am I not recalling the name of that event? I'm not sure what they do with some of the consoles sometimes, though. Doing dailies and just saw Deeds of Magic on Adventure Board. Nice. I got Imperial the other day. Not sure if we showed it on stream. Sometimes I would wait to buy them on stream, but then I would sometimes forget to do them. So now I just, the second I see them, it's like, oh, I should probably go claim them before I forget to do it. Because there was one day I missed like an Imperial and like 2 other good loots because I was going to wait to do it on stream. Then I forgot to do it on stream, and it's like, oh, well, I just missed all that now. Whoops. So the second I see them, it's like, oh, I'm just going to auto-buy them. I claimed the major orb off stream as well. We got a purple from it. Major purple. It was from the world event, the last orb. I forgot we didn't even claim it yet. Did that earlier today. I saw, I was like, oh, it's not claimed yet. I should probably go get it. We have 1 day left. Though it does auto-claim it into your mailbox if you do forget. It's not too big a deal. I just like claiming it immediately. I just never know sometimes if it's going to get lost or not. It never really does. It actually remembers and gives you your loot, luckily, if you didn't remember to claim them from most of the events. I still like claiming it beforehand, just in case something goes wrong. Because you never know sometimes. The code for this game is very unstable. Never know when it wants to just randomly mess up. Yep, not what I wanted. Well, the ones that you get are different for every person. So mine aren't the same offers that you have. The daily adventure board is the same for everyone, but the 3 offers you get are different for everyone. Yeah, Strix can form some pretty decent stuff. You have Perpetual Yellow Storm off the hero class. Both the 2 weapons that you have access to are actually pretty good. The one that explodes a bunch and gives a bunch of stats effects to Strix while summoning Strix. The Staff of whatever it's called, as well as Nimbus Bow, which creates a bunch of blue and yellow, I believe it is. While being a green-purple weapon. Both of those are really good for Strix synergy. There's also quite a few good Strixes, like Queen Zachi, Harpy Mage, and Finesse. Most notably. Also, isn't Phoenicia technically Strix? Though it's not normally used in Strix teams. Even though I believe she does count as a Strix. Though all the meta teams for her do not actually use her in that context. Though she is technically a meta Strix. Which is a team she's used in aren't specifically pure Strix. Like most of the other Strix teams are. Oh, yeah, I already got that earlier. The 6 purple deeds with the 1 Imperial. Yeah, we already claimed that earlier. I thought you were referring to something else. But yeah, I already got the deeds. There's like 5 or 6 purple. I think 6. Plus, because it goes 1, 2, 3, and then the Imperial. So it's 6 purple, 1 Imperial, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I already claimed that earlier. Yeah, definitely don't forget to pick that up today. That's good loot. Very good loot. The best color scroll plus Imperial. And the reason why purple's the best is there's 4 magic kingdoms in the game that are all purple. There's one other one, but it's green. Making purple and green technically the most useful 2 colors, particularly purple because there's 4 magic kingdoms and not just 1. Do you understand correctly that you're not killing gnomes up to... Oh, we got Epic Vault Key. You're not killing gnomes up to the last second of the gap timer. Letting the last one run long for better loot, right? But just for curse runes? No, I kind of do it for anything that shows up. We got a really bad roll in the previous one, so it didn't look like we were really doing it for much. But you can do it for everything. You can do it for glory gnomes, you can do it for soul gnomes. Obviously, most people try to do it for curse gnomes because they need curse runes. But I wouldn't mind doing it for like 3 or 4 glory gnomes. I just like waiting nearly to the ends. Because I'm not too worried if I get a curse gnome. Like someone who might really want a curse gnome, like the next curse gnome they see at this point with 5 minutes left, like we are at right now, they would probably just hold, like right now they would just hold the curse gnome for like 5 minutes straight. I'm not going to be doing that. But if you really wanted curse gnomes, you might have wanted to hold that one all the way till the end. We're going to keep going. But how we do it these days, I normally just don't hold until the last minute. Like unless we see like a really good one in the last minute. And sometimes you just don't see a good one in the last minute. So some people hold a bit earlier than that. If you're doing curse gnomes, it makes a lot more sense too. If you're doing other loot, it doesn't really matter as much. Because you're probably going to get more overall loot just from doing the vault keys and everything. But the problem is you can't get curse runes in vault keys or epic vault keys. So if your main goal is getting curse runes, you do the hold method. And possibly do it a bit early. How long does it need to run? You have to wait until 15 minutes have expired. Total. So sometimes you have to wait like 10 seconds. Sometimes you have to wait like literal minutes. Like right now, if I got a curse rune or a curse gnome, we'd have to wait 4 minutes and 30 seconds. That's kind of the whole point of the timer. Because you have to wait till the 15 minutes have expired. So the time you have to wait is dependent on when on Earth the Palooza would be done. Because during the duration of a Palooza, you get less loot. But after a Palooza is done, you get more loot. However, you could still start the battle getting the 4 gnome triggers, but then end the battle after the loot reduction is done. which is kind of the whole premise of what it's doing. Because we start the battle during a Palooza, so we're still getting 4 gnomes, but it's ending when the Palooza is over, so you don't have to reduce loot for one single battle. And while that's not that big of a loot difference, it is if you're doing like Cursed Gnome and a few others. Because if you had a bunch of Glory Gnomes, that's like thousands of Glory. If you have a Cursed Gnome, that's like 10 extra Curse Runes probably, or somewhere around there. Makes a pretty big loot difference in those regards. But like the previous one we had like a bunch of Jewel Gnomes and like those ingots, which made like literal 0 loot difference. Got a bit unlucky on that one. You use Finesse, Thunderbird, Hiranif, and the Lyrith. I can't remember what the Lyrith's ability is. I know it has Yellow Link. I actually ended up using it on the Thursday class event. I cannot remember what its ability is though. But it is sometimes used for its link. I did it on Thursday for the event. So it can end up working. It's one of the only few links from the kingdoms as well. Not sure if Hierophant is needed though. Oh right, or Hiranif. Isn't that the one that does the armor buff with a green storm? Because that one's normally not used. It's nice to have that off like the resummon on hero. But you normally don't use it on a team. If that's the troop I'm thinking it is. It's just normally not needed. Like it helps you keep you alive, but doesn't help speed up the battle at all. Unless you have something with armor boost ratio, but no Strix team has armor boost ratio. Which is kind of weird because there's actually a few Strix that increase your armor. Yet none of them actually boost off of armor. You just woke up and crawled out of bed, got your coffee, nice. Yeah, we got our tea. I've been sipping on that for caffeine. I'm trying not to eat or drink too much this morning though. So I have room for all the Super Bowl food. Which I'm probably going to be ordering in a few hours from now. Because I want to get it a little bit earlier before everyone starts ordering. Otherwise it might take them forever to get the food here. So I want to do it a little bit in advance. Oh, so does anyone know when kickoff actually is? Isn't it at like 6 or something? I don't normally watch football. I believe it's somewhere around there. Yeah, it's Super Bowl today. The American holiday. Yeah, we're almost at the whole threshold. Oh, so hello, Isabel. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Oh yeah, I guess the Strix ally boost would actually be quite a bit of armor, wouldn't it? We almost just got 4 normal gnomes. It's kind of funny. You would watch more what you call football, but you just don't understand the game. True. This is the last one regardless what it is. Or not the last one that we're doing, but you know, the last one for this set. Ah, that loot's kind of bad again. We keep getting such bad final rolls. It's so unfortunate. You forgot about the Super Bowl. You've been doing no Paloozas the whole time. I kind of forgot about it too. I didn't realize it's a Super Bowl weekend until like Thursday or Friday this week. Oh, there we go. We get the full amount of loot from these. Look at how bad this loot is though. Is this a little bit of gold, some rubies, the chaos? Gosh, we got 2 really bad final rolls in a row. Not too big a deal. Oh, there we go. Is Trippy ready? No, we already claimed it earlier. They're still trying to sell me the thing. Oh, we're talking about offers. What did I get on offers today? Nothing. Literally nothing. But yeah, definitely make sure to grab your Purple Deeds and Imperial today, though. It's really good loot. Anyways, let's go run another one. Also, if anyone didn't claim it earlier, this is the code from earlier. It might still have some uses left, I'm pretty sure. How many vault keys do you have? Oh, never mind, you were talking to Isabel. Though I'm kind of curious what our numbers are as well. Let's see. We're currently at 2,347 total vault keys and 258 epic vault keys. Hey, we're also at exactly 200 cursed runes after everything that just happens. Nice. We're getting there. Gosh, 700 vault keys in a weekend. Nice. Very solid. Are you still aiming for 1,000? Or not this weekend? 1,000 is pretty hard goal to hit. It's definitely doable in the current state of the game. Just takes quite a bit of time. We did it once, but it was on the weekend that you had like the super buff. But I have done it before. 1,000 in a weekend. You posted a Super Bowl time above? Did you? I can't see it because I can't scroll while I'm doing Palooza. And a lot of people chatted since then. My streamer luck is off the charts. Is it that high? It seemed like we had a lot better luck earlier to stream. We got like 6 epic vault keys in a single or first Palooza we did. The rest of them seem been pretty average. Like aside from our first Palooza, every single Palooza we've done since then has been really average. We started strong though. Oh, hello, Gidralis, welcome. Is anyone here watching the Winter Olympics? Oh, is that going on? I have not watched the Olympics in like forever. Does crafting the forge versions of Hatter and Scroll use up the tarot cards? No. Nothing that has a troop or a weapon as an option consumes that troop or a weapon. There's not a single instance of that. That was originally how they were going to set it up, but then they undid it like near instantly. Due to mass confusion. Because nothing really did it prior. But no, there is not a single thing in the Soul Forge that uses a troop or a weapon that consumes the troop or weapon. Like, if it says it's required for it, you simply just have to own it. It does not consume the object. All the resources it does, but the troop and weapon does not get consumed when crafting anything that requires it. Even something like that one weapon that requires, like, 5 devils, it does not consume the 5 devils to craft it. You just simply have to own 5 devils for that one trick-or-treat Halloween weapon. Which is kind of funny because it actually stays in Soulforge year-round. Yet theoretically, it's one of the hardest things in the Soulforge to get. Unless they bring back the devil through some other means again. Because you can get them in vault keys, but having to get 5 of them just to get it is kind of hard to randomly luck into if you had 0 to start with. Oh, is it figure skating only? Oh, there's more winter sports than just that. I guess some would be hard to set up in a competitive way, to be fair for everyone. Whereas the ice skating rink is kind of an even playing field. Like, for example, skiing would be kind of hard to set up in a way that's uniform for everyone. But something like a ski ring is a bit easier to do so for a level playing field. Hey, an epic Volkey. Yeah, the resource nerf's still pretty hard. Though that's not the main reason I would say I grind the vault events. Even when it was like super busted. It was still mostly for the Volkeys and epic Volkeys, and those were luckily not touched at all. But as far as overall loot, yeah, we're getting like 18% or so. I'm not sure the exact amount, but somewhere's from like 15 to 20% or so. Or maybe just closer to 13%. I know it's somewhere from like 10 to 20% is how much percent we're getting. Whereas before you used to get 100%. Do you think the Ostrix would be better? Oh no, it didn't really seem like it was that usable. We don't really get too many good glory troops. Very rarely. I feel like we only get like half a dozen super meta glory troops per year. Despite the fact we get one every single week. Like every single year, like half a dozen to a dozen is like the viable number, despite the fact we get one literally every week. A lot of them are just way too average. Ice hockey? I don't think I've ever actually seen ice hockey before. Like, I know the general premise of ice hockey. There's very few sports I would find interesting to watch. And oddly enough, even though I'm going to be watching the Super Bowl tonight, football is not one of them. Though I have watched Super Bowl, it's kind of funny. Because even though I don't find it interesting to watch football, I have actually watched more football than any other sport. Which is kind of a weird thing, given that I don't even like watching football. But it's mostly because of when I did marching band and pep band, or specifically for pep band, we did a lot of that. So, like, you kind of were just there watching the football game while you were playing. So, there was that. Obviously, Super Bowls and just other kind of social events. Like, if I happen to be going out on a given day, like, if you're going to see TVs there, it's, like, all going to have the game on, obviously. If you're going to any kind of, like, restaurant, kind of, like, pub thing. I know the Sawmill plays it quite a bit as well. My favorite place in New Jersey. Actually, it might literally be my favorite place in New Jersey. Like, I literally cannot go to New Jersey and not go there. It is one of the few things that I just cannot not do. On the Jersey Shore over there. What instrument do I play? I play percussion. For pep band and everything, I played mostly bass and snare. And for mostly bass overall. And for marching band and stuff, I mostly was in the pit for percussion. Or obviously percussion, but for mallet instruments mostly. So I played a little bit of everything. I probably played over, I want to say, 200 different percussion instruments. Like, it's a really high number. Like, you could pretty much, like, name any percussion instrument. I probably played it at some point. Which is one pretty fun thing I did in middle high school, and, actually I didn't really do it after college. But in, like, middle and high school, I've played so many different percussion instruments I've gotten the chance to use. Many of which people don't even know exist. There's just such a gigantically wide variety. Especially between things like Bandcamp and other things like that. Like, because they had, like, so many things at their warehouse. Like, they had, like, nearly every instrument you could ever think of. It was pretty insane. I do have to say, one of the funnest ones to play was probably performative taiko drums. They are so much fun to play motion-wise. They're so basic too, because they're still kind of just like a standard like drum hitting thing. But the motion that you do for taiko drums is just so much fun. Compared to how you play most other instruments. Because it's a very visual instrument. Where it's more so how you play it, more so than what you're playing. Oh, Valky, epic Valky with a Valky and a Curse Rune. Gosh, a lot of loot there. Taiko, yeah, the Japanese ones. Another epic Valky. Gosh, did we just get 2 epic Valkys in a row? Oh, we did get a double one in one single drop earlier. Can we get 3 in a row? Oh, I thought it was for a second. I saw the mythic border, but that was just the ingot faking us out. You need cursed runes. What is currently the best farming method? Farm Explorer 1 as quickly as possible, then hold a cursed gnome sometime during the last 5 minutes until the timer has expired, 15 minutes total. To do this, you would kind of need a timer. Or keep track of time through some other means. But basically what we're doing now, but when you find a cursed gnome in the last several minutes, stop and then wait until the full 15 minute has expired. and then you get the full loot for that cursed gnome. This would ensure that you get 4 cursed gnomes per hour for full amount of loot, meaning at minimum you'd get 40 curse runes. And if you got lucky enough, it'd be closer to like 60 between the random drops and just the cursed gnomes themselves. Actually, technically up to about 70 if you got really lucky. But it's like a minimum 40 per hour. Like you get absolutely worst possible rolls. It's like 40 per hour. It does require you to have enough to run 4 Palooza per hour though, to get 40 per hour from it, like 40 to 70. Oh, did we hit 22nd in trophies? Nice. I did not actually see that. I'll go check it after we finish this timer. Hello, Stardust. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, no problem for the code. Oh, is it still good? That's good to hear then. Still nice and active. I guess people aren't... Hey, 4 soul gnomes. I guess people aren't used to us streaming during the day. Oh no, he's a mythic. He has the durability to outlive us. And I have no damage. Come on now. There we go. A little unfortunate there. Anything good in the chest? No. Well, then again, we can't really get anything good in the chest. Though, if we ever get an Arania from it, which we can, it's nearly as rare as getting a Nisha on Explore 12. I believe there's like a fraction of a fraction %. Pretty sure it was available on Explore 1. What's the next best way without wasting Nomopaloozas? Well, most of the methods are Nomopalooza related. Like, your best bet is literally just run, though it's not as viable this weekend, but just run Quick Kill Ironhawk on Normal Explore. But because of the Imp of Loves, you might just want to run Rowan or Phoenicia on Normal Explore. This is a bit slower, however, you kind of don't have a choice because of Imp of Love this weekend, which makes it really unviable to run this team. Like, the way that you would normally run it is you would run, like, Triple Ironhawk Dust Devil or this exact team on Explore 1. However, due to Imp of Love, you can't do that this weekend as efficiently, so you'd have to use Rowan or Phoenicia builds on higher level Explorers. Anything that you can one-up, shot up to. It's a bit slower, but you can't run the other method this weekend. That's the only way to really do it without doing just spamming Paloozas. Like, there's multiple strategies for spamming Palooza, but you pretty much just have to grind Explorer randomly and hope you get it at some point. Like, there's no direct strategy other than just keep spamming battles for non-Palooza. And the quicker you win, the more times you'll cycle through. It's just kind of annoying to do this weekend because of Imp of Love. Rid of this higher durability. How do you use Gnome Bait? Gnome Bait, I wouldn't really advise using it this weekend. Mostly because you're already going to be getting so many gnomes from your guild just kind of cycling through. But basically, if you just use the Gnome Bait that you have, the next battle that you do that can have a pet gnome, which is either PvP or arena, so probably just a easy PvP battle, will end up giving you a gnome during that battle. All you have to do is just go and kill it. So just find like a super ultra easy PvP battle, run your strongest team, and then or use the gnome bait prior and then go to that really weak team, and then kill them out, and you'll get a guaranteed gnome. Overall, I personally feel like gnome bait's not that worth it. I wish they would add a way to get it within the game without money. You definitely don't want to use it during a Vault event weekend, though. And the main reason for this is your guild's already going to be finding so many gnomes already from PvP and everything because of the increased rate. So I'd mostly wait until it's not a Vault event. Also make sure it's not a Wednesday or an instance where a pet is already active. It will take place on the first battle that you do once the pet is no longer active. However, it's better just to do it when there is no pet active to begin with. You can't wait till start Arceus tomorrow? Nice. Oh, good. We got a Curse Gnome at the end. Oh, and finally, some good gnomes to go with it. Glory Gnomes and the normal gnome. Nice. Okay, let's just wait like 30 seconds. And hopefully we'll get our 13 curse runes. Let's see if I can guess the whole thing. There's no way. We're going to get 13 curse runes. Let's see. What's his drop table again for his other gem? Yeah, we're going to get 13 curse runes, 5 gems, 1000 glory, 500 glory. Calling it now. The chance we are correct is near impossible. But I'm calling 13 curse runes, 5 gems, 1000 glory, and 500 glory. I'll be surprised if even half that happens. Realistically, the glory one should happen. That's statistically the most likely one to happen of those several. No, we failed like literally every roll. Not a single thing I said was correct. Though we got a vault key and 11 curse runes, so that's not too bad. Not a single prediction was correct. Exceedingly off. The saddest part is not even the glory gnome was correct. That's probably like the worst thing there. I somehow guessed, I had a, like there's only 4 drops it could possibly do, pretty much. Like it has the 1000 glory drop, 500, and 200. And technically the Valky, epic Valky. And somehow it did not hit the 1000 or the 500. Literally 0 correct. What a miss. Complete miss. Anyways, where is, let's go take this one. Let's go start it up again. Nope, that's not where I want to go. Bring me back to Cinemirage. Catch you later, Jason. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good week. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. Best of luck with the Vault event. You have twice as much homework as you thought. Oh gosh, I used to get like so stressed during college. There were definitely some days I've had like panic attacks during college. And like complete meltdowns. College was a nightmare. And I only did up to associate's degree too. I could never imagine going for like a bachelor's or higher. I don't work well under pressure. Like, at all. Oh, is there a decent way to get mythic ingots? Yes. Just do Underworld. You get a lot of guaranteed mythic ingots from the Underworld. So just progressing to get further in every single faction. Not only do you get guaranteed mythic ingots, but also every chest you ever open in the Underworld has a chance to give you mythic ingots. On top of the guaranteed mythic ingots you're going to be getting for getting a certain amount of progress in them. So if you're lucky to get a bunch of ingots of any kind, but particularly legendary and mythic if you're low on them, just do more Underworld. As they are very heavy on legendary and mythic ingots. It's where you're going to get like 90% of your total legendary and mythic ingots. So if you're ever low on them, just do more Underworld. And you get 3 of them daily. There's also an event every Tuesday for it if you need a pinch more. Both of which you should always do as you're progressing through the game. That's one daily you normally don't see me doing, but that's because we have so much of the resource and already have a max faction, so I don't bother doing that daily. It's one of the few dailies I don't do in this game, that and the 3 arena runs. Mostly because they fail so often that it just feels pointless. Though the 3 daily delves is a really important one that I personally don't do. Just because we have so much progress that we don't really need to do it. But it's a really important one as you're progressing through the game. To do the 3 daily delves in the Underworld. Even if you're just farming a single level 20 faction over and over again, it's still worth doing for the loot. Oh, it just arrived right now from Amazon? Nice. But yeah, Tyrion, if you get to the point where you can trade, you know me on Discord. You could just poke a message at me. If you want anything, just let me know. You can't trade until a little bit into the game, but after like 5 hours, I think, or 10 hours into the game, maybe even just 5 hours, even just a few hours, I think you have the ability to trade by then. So if you need anything, just let me know, because I have so much excess everything. Yeah, I'll probably do another stream for it this Tuesday, I want to say. I'm just not sure if the decking people will be around that day. But I do want to stream it again. I meant to this weekend, just wasn't able to because they were around. Luckily, they should be done hopefully by the end of this month. Soon, TM. What's the best Switch Pokemon game for a 9-year-old? She's never played any before. Honestly, that's a hard choice. Because the most recent one is just so good. But I'm not sure I would recommend it to a 9-year-old. Like, the most recent one, Pokemon Legends Arceus, is just such a good game. But I don't think it's like a 9-year-old recommendation. I would probably say, yeah, what Tyrion said. Probably Let's Go Eevee or Pikachu. Like, that one, I personally haven't played that one, so I can't really, like, vouch for how good the game is. But it's based on, like, the originals. And the aesthetic for it is probably a lot more pleasing for a 9-year-old. But if you're looking for, like, the best Pokemon game, it's definitely the most recent one. Pokemon Legends Arceus. I'm just not sure if I would recommend it to a 9-year-old. But when it comes to, like, quality Pokemon games, well, it's not, like, the absolute best game out there. It's, like, compared to the Pokemon series, it's just such a good, refreshing take on it. There's just a couple themes in it that go, like, somewhat dark. Like, literally near the beginning of the game, like, one of the people, like, don't even care if you die. They, like, literally put you out in the wild, and it's like, yeah, if you fail this, you'll die. So I'm not sure I would recommend that to a 9-year-old. Like, I have no clue how it actually has a rated E for everyone rating. But yeah, I'd probably say, Let's Go Eevee or Pikachu. It's probably, like, the best one to give to a really young kid. Even though the most recent one's probably a way better game. Oh, yeah, the Gems of War community is really good. We have some really chill streams. That's one of the main things that always keep me around for the Gems of War. Is just how amazing the community has always been. Not sure what's been up with the devs lately, though, overall. But the community itself has always been really, really good centered around it. Do I have an extra Blissey? Did I never send you one? I thought I did. I thought I gave you a Chansey, which evolves into Blissey. I forget how, but I believe it does. But yeah, I can get you an extra Blissey if you need. I believe the lowest level I can get of is like level 60 something though. And I'm not sure if you can use that yet. But just message me on Discord later. I'll probably do it during the Super Bowl. Just remind me on Discord. I'll catch you later, Jason. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Also, speaking of that, I think we might make this our last run for now. Because I do have one little errand I do need to make before I pick up all the food for the Super Bowl. And then Super Bowl time. I do want to get the food early just because I do not want to have to deal with any kind of like hecticness that they're going to have. Because they're definitely going to mess up the order if you try ordering it like around Super Bowl time. So I definitely want to get it at least a few hours early. So any other last minute questions or anything you guys want me to go over, do let me know. And of course, no 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time stream tonight due to Super Bowl. However, we will be having the weekly video up as soon as we can after reset, as well as still be back to normal schedule starting tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, we don't have one tonight because this is the one that's tonight. It's just right now. Catch you later, Misty. Thanks for stopping by. Your hockey game's going on. Hope your team wins. Best of luck. Oh, the kitten ball. I actually watched like the first few that existed. Like the puppy bowl that existed. Like, what year are they on? Because it said like 20-something year. And I remember watching like literally the very first one when I was a kid. Of the puppy bowl, I believe it was. But yeah, I watched like literally the very, very first one or two. Ages back when it first premiered. It was very cute. I'm actually surprised they still run it after so many years. Because it almost seemed like it would initially just be a gimmick, but then they just kind of kept going with it forever. Like, it's a very gimmicky premise. And then they just kept doing it. Yeah, that's why I wanted to get the food early as well. I'm not sure like how packed or what on earth the conditions going to be on like a lot of places. So I just wanted to get stuff early. Also, I almost forgot Happy Valentine's Day tomorrow too. Almost forgot it's Valentine's Day. Very soon. I didn't make sure to remember that in the Monday video. I don't feel like I ever really celebrate it much. Other than chocolates. But gosh, is a good time to get high quality chocolates. Because like literally everywhere is selling a billion of them. Thank you, Panty Snatcher. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, that's why I wanted to go early, David. I'm just concerned like how packed everywhere's going to be. So I want to do it way in advance just in case. Yeah, wait until the day after Valentine's Day. Yeah, I haven't stocked up yet. Though I did get some just because I couldn't resist. But yeah, check in the few days after Valentine's Day is a really good time. Because they need to get rid of all that stock within like the following few weeks. So they can clear the shelf for St. Patrick's Day and whatever else they might go to be doing. She got you a flamethrower. Sounds very dangerous. Closest thing I have ever used to a flamethrower is one of those like little creme brulee things that you use to get that nice crisp on the top of a creme brulee. That is the closest I've gotten to a flamethrower. Which is more so just a concentrated flame, more so than a flamethrower. You gotta be careful with those too. Doesn't he use that one chemical thing? You gotta make sure it doesn't get on your skin. So definitely have to make sure whatever it's in doesn't leak or anything. Yeah, 4 normal gnomes. No, not napalm. There's a certain, like, chemical thing that's used for most flames. I forget what it's called. But you're not supposed to get it on your skin. For multiple reasons. One is it's super flammable. But also has, like, other adverse side effects and, like, cancer and stuff like that. I think it's called butane, yeah. I think that's the chemical I'm thinking of. I actually don't remember its exact name, but butane does sound correct. No, it's not propane. It's, butane sounds like the correct one. Propane's more of a gas, isn't it? Or is butane's a liquid? Alright, final battle. What do we have here? And this one's the final one. Oh, we got a cursed gnome for it. Oh, we actually got some pretty good loot here. Ignore the Joel gnome. Who knows? Maybe we'll give us an epic Volkey and actually be good loot. Okay, let's see if we get anything good here. Come on, 15 curse runes. Ah, 14, so close. 500 glory. Okay, we got some okay loot. Ignoring that and that. If you look at just the glory and the curse runes, there we go. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Almost got our level 2. And looks like we got 14 or 42 pity keys. So we'll grab all those. Alright, let me go check the thing. Isabel said we finally made 22 rank for the guild. So congratulations, guild. Looks like we have hit... Oh no, we dropped! No, wait. We're not 22. We're like far from 22. Wait, what? Wait, Isabel. We are very far from 22. I am confused, unless you're referring to something else. Because we're like 50-something thousand away. Unless they like power grinded like crazy out of nowhere. But that would be a lot to do in one day. If they did like 50,000 in one day. No, that's technically possible. If everyone in their guild was like, time to power farm. Because how many did we do this weekend? We did, how do I even check? Roster, yeah, I did 2,215. Oh, Stardust posted it earlier? Okay, maybe they just power grinded like crazy. It's definitely possible too. Like, you can do like 2,000 if every single person did like 2,000 in a day. It's like a 60,000 burst. But, yeah, over the course of 3 days, or technically that's the course of the entire week, but most of that, like 2,000 was like in 3 days. But yeah, they would have had to like super power grind. Because it's like a 45,000 gap, which means every single person in their guild would have had to have done like 1,500 within that time. It's definitely possible. So they probably just power grinded out of nowhere. It's not too big a deal though. They really wanted that position if they power grinded that much though. Anyway, yeah, I'll go check the screenshot in Discord then. That's kind of funny if they actually power grinded that much. They might have. It's definitely possible. It's a vault weekend. People grind like crazy on vault weekends. What's the best troops to medal? I covered a video on it a little while back, if you search on the channel. A quick abridged version is if you're going to upgrade a mythic, do Phoenicia. If you're going to upgrade a legend, do Yagway or Queen Titania. If you're going to upgrade anything else, it pretty much doesn't matter. Just upgrade whatever you're using. That's like the easiest abridged version. But we covered a video on it. If you just search on the channel bar on my channel and just search in like medaling or medals. We've covered one guy that was pretty good on it. That went over like the top 5 like best ones to do per rarity. But the easiest abridged version is upgrade Phoenicia for your mythic, upgrade Yagway and Queen Titania for your legends, and upgrade whatever you use for epic and below. Just pretty much whatever you use on your given teams, like Rowan or, you know, whatever else you might just be messing around with. And you also eventually just get to the point where you upgrade them for Kingdom Stars. But Mythic and Legendaries are like the only ones that you tend to need to focus on necessarily. The rest of them, you just basically do whatever you're currently using at a given time, because you get quite a bit more of them compared to the higher rarity ones. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. Oh, thank you, Isabel. You messaged it to me as well. But we will be back tomorrow night, not tonight. We will not be on tonight. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6 hours from now, tomorrow. We'll be mostly messing with the Chapter 6 tasks, or the Week 6 tasks, whatever you'd call it. The Campaign 8 Week 6 tasks. So we'll be doing that tomorrow night, as well as messing with the World event. We'll have the video up sometime tomorrow, going over all of the weekly stuff, as we always do. And we'll go from there. And that's pretty much the game plan. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Best of luck with the Vault grind. It's still on for 12 more hours, so if you have time within that time, still a great time to be grinding within Gems of War. Still 1/6 of the full duration of the Vault event left, so still plenty of time to get on that grind. And aside from that, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night then. And we'll go from there. Best of luck on the Super Bowl. Best of luck with the rest of your weekend, and I will catch you guys then. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? I honestly have no favoritism in either direction. I'm just here for the food, the commercials, and we'll see who wins. Though my prediction earlier was it's going to be 28-17 for the score, and I am pretty sure I'm going to be extremely incorrect. But that's my guess. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Enjoy your weekends. See you guys soon. And thanks for stopping by as always. Greatly appreciated. Goodbye, everyone.